Bane vs Kingpin. Two criminal masterminds, two monsters in the flesh. Bane, the man who broke the bat, and Kingpin, the emperor of New York's underworld. You've seen them rip through heroes in their own universes. But what happens when they collide? A Titan from DC versus Marvel's Underworld juggernaut. Let's break it down. Bane, born in chains. Bane's story doesn't begin with superpowers. It begins in a hellhole, Pena Duo, one of the most brutal prisons on Earth. Born behind bars and raised among murderers, Bane survived by dominating, first mentally, then physically. And he didn't just survive, he thrived, reading every book he could get his hands on, training every day until he could fight grown men and win while still a teen. And eventually, he became a test subject for a dangerous super steroid named Venom. It changed everything. Venom turned Bane from a peak human into a powerhouse. With it coursing through his veins, he can lift over 15 tons, crush bones with a single punch, and shrug off attacks that would flatten a normal man. He's been seen snapping thick steel chains, tossing cars like toys, and knocking out Killer Croc, Clayface, and other Gotham monsters in a single hit. But strength isn't everything. Unlike many other brutes in comics, Bane isn't just brawn. He's also one of Batman's most intelligent adversaries. He once discovered Batman's true identity through pure deduction. Not magic, not technology, just intellect. He orchestrated a massive breakout from Arkham Asylum, forcing Batman to exhaust himself battling dozens of villains, before breaking into the Batcave and literally breaking Batman's back. That's not just strength, that's tactical warfare. Kingpin, on the other hand, also known as Wilson's Fist, at first glance might look like an overweight mob boss, but that's where most people go wrong. Every inch of Kingpin is muscle, trained muscle, hardened muscle. Under his tailored suits is the body of a sumo warrior, the strength of a linebacker, and the will of a warlord. Fist controls the entire criminal ecosystem of New York, not through powers, but through fear, money, and calculated brutality. And when he needs to get his hands dirty, he doesn't hesitate. Kingpin has physically dominated street-level heroes for decades. He's manhandled Daredevil on countless occasions. He's gone toe-to-toe with Spider-Man and held his own. People even forget that in the early comics, Kingpin was ragdolling Peter Parker. And even in modern storylines, he's tanked Spider-Man's punches and thrown him across buildings. Fisk has also held his own against Punisher, Black Panther, and Captain America, to name a few. He's choked grown men unconscious with one arm. He's broken spines with a single punch. And he's even headbutted Daredevil unconscious. When it comes to durability and endurance, both of these guys are absolute tanks. Bane has endured explosions, electrocution, and superpower strikes, even from a Superman-powered Batman. Kingpin, on the other hand, has been stabbed, shot, blown up, and still kept fighting. He's taken a full-speed hit from Rhino and stood back up. Even when Spider-Man unloaded with full-strength punches, Kingpin kept coming. Bottom line, neither one is going down easy. When it comes to fighting style and tactics, neither man is a slouch. Bane is a trained combatant with formal martial arts experience. He's fought Batman, who is said to have mastered all martial arts known to man, and beaten him. He's taken on multiple members of the Bat family at once and won. Think Nightwing, Red Hood, Damian, Wayne, Robin, and he still beat them all at the same time. And remember, He's done this both on and off Venom. Even without the steroid, Bane is peak human, perhaps second only to Batman himself. Kingpin's fighting style, on the other hand, is a more street brawler meets martial arts. It's dirty, brutal, and efficient. He's trained in sumo, boxing, and even some Eastern techniques, and he uses his mask as a weapon. He's surprisingly fast, dodging bullets and landing punches on superhumans with insane reflexes like Black Panther and Spider Man. Even Captain America noted how quick Fisk was for his size. That says a lot. Mind games is where things get psychological. Both of these men are strategists. Kingpin has manipulated entire crime families, law enforcement agencies, and even politicians. Bane has orchestrated revolutions, built armies, and even ruled Gotham. If this fight spills beyond Fist, if it becomes a war of minds, this turns into a high-stakes chess match. So, who wins? Bane or Kingpin? Physically, they're close. Bane might edge out in raw strength and durability with Venom on his side, but Kingpin is freakishly strong, and his feats against Spider-Man put him above your average street-level bruiser like the Punisher. Tactically, both are elite, but Bane has military-level planning skills. He's not just a crime lord, he's a revolutionary tactician. Fighting skill also goes to Bane. He's fought the best martial artists in the DC universe and come out on top. In a straight fight, with no prep, it's a brutal slugfest that could go either way, I believe. But if you give them a minute to plan, to strategize, I believe Bane takes it. He's just as smart, slightly stronger, and far more experienced in tactical combat. Kingpin is brutal, but Bane is unforgiving. Bane wins.